Honourable Second Member for Rivière-des-Anguilles, Souillac.
Thank you, Madame. Question B400, s'il vous plaît.
Madam Speaker, the House will surely recall that the former Prime Minister refused to answer questions relating to Mr. Sattar Hajee Abdoula. He never answered any question. He was a protected man. Bush. I have decided to depart from that and to answer because it is a matter of national interest. And I thank the Honourable Member for the question. I presume that the Honourable Member is not only referring to parastatal bodies, but also to state-owned enterprises and entities involving public funds which have retained the services of Mr. Sattar Hajee Abdoula for the period of 2015 to November 2024. Now, as regards to part A of the question, I'm informed that Mr. Sattar Hajee Abdoula has not served as either the chairperson or a board member of any parastatal body over that period, that is 2015 to November 2024. However, he was appointed as chairperson of SBM Holdings from 11th of March 2020, and he only gave notice of his resignation after the famous this regime of voyous lost the election in November 2024. Mr. Sattar Hajee Abdoula also served as a member of committees of SBM Holdings Limited and the director of several subsidiaries of the SBM Group. Madam Speaker, accordingly, for the period 2020 to 2024, he was paid by SBM Holdings Limited an amount of 16.6 million rupees as fees for serving as chairperson and a committee member. 16.6. Look at all these young people. They're going to, I'm sure they're going to go through exams, they're going to work hard, but who will be paid that sum of money? 16.6 million. In addition to the 16.6 million, he was also paid an amount of 20.7 million rupees as fees as board and committee member by the subsidiaries of SBM Holdings Limited for the same period. Therefore, if you add the two, it's a total amount of 37.3 million rupees was paid to Mr. Sattar Hajee Abdoula by the SBM Group over a period of a few years. 37.3 million? It's more than a scandal. Madam Speaker, concerning part B of the question, I'm informed that over the period 2015 to November 2024, Mr. Sattar Hajee Abdoula was appointed by Mobank Limited to provide insolvency services in respect of 13 companies, where payment for these services were made to Grant Thornton Advisory Services Limited. Now, this company, Mr. Sattar Hajee Abdoula, is himself a senior director. So a clear case, couldn't be clearer, of conflict of interest and possibly, surely, malpractice. This is the case of the right hand giving to the left hand, and nobody is saying anything. This matter, Madam Speaker, will be referred to the relevant authorities for investigation. Madam Speaker, Mr. Sattar Hajee Abdoula received the following: a total of 10.9 million rupees as receiver. That is, apart from the other things I mentioned, 10.9 million rupees as receiver in respect of 7 companies. 600,000 rupees as joint receiver in respect of 3 companies. 6 million rupees as liquidator in respect of 1 company. 2.3 million rupees as joint liquidator in respect of 1 company, and 1.9 million rupees as administrator in respect of 1 company. The House may wish to note that Mr. Sattar Hajee Abdoula has also acted as joint administrator for Air Mauritius Limited over the period of from April 2020 to September 2021, for which an amount of 141 million rupees has been paid And these were the people who said I had bought an airplane. I was ready to leave the country. Look what they were doing. Now, and I say again, the Grant Thornton Advisory Services, Mr. Abdoula was the director. Furthermore, over the period of April 2020 to October 2021, he acted as administrator for Airmate Limited, which is a subsidiary of Airport Holdings Limited, for which an amount of 5 million rupees were paid to the same Grant Thornton Advisory Limited. Madam Speaker, the House may also wish to note that in April 2017, following up with the setting up by the then government of a commission of inquiry on the disposal of shares of BAI, Company Mauritius, and the related entities in Britam Holdings Limited, Kenya. Mr. Sattar Hajee Abdoula was appointed as assessor in the commission, and he was paid 2.2 million rupees for his services. Again, this is all adding up. Furthermore, a total of 79.6 million rupees has been paid by parastatal bodies, state-owned enterprises, involving public funds, again to Grant Thornton Advisory Services and Grant Thornton Limited for the provision of consultancy and other services, of which 28 million has been paid by the SBM Group. Who was this minister who said his computer had in the class? It's the same. When we compute all these figures, that is between 2015 to 2024, an astronomical figure of 287.2 million rupees was paid to Mr. Sattar Hajee Abdoula and entities where he has a direct interest. This is, Madam Speaker, everybody is loud. Alibaba est un voleur. Non, il y a d'autres voleurs. Il y a d'autres voleurs. This is an indication, Madam Speaker, of the sort of incestuous relationship that existed between some individuals and those who were in power under the previous regime. I must state that the information which I am providing in the House today are not exhaustive yet. We are still looking. A thorough exercise is being undertaken on the ramification of his personal actions as well as that of his firms, including the real possibility of conflict of interest, malpractices. I will say no more.
Thank you. Yes.
Madam Speaker, thank you. After hearing the Honorable Prime Minister, I can say that there is no better word than asset stripper to describe what has been done. Can the Honorable Minister inform the House whether the Honorable Prime Minister inform the House whether there will be a forensic analysis about all these dealings and whether there will be enquête, commission d'enquête là-dessus? Merci.
There will be no get out of free card from jail. There will not be. We will be doing all this. We have a responsibility as a government. We said we would, and we will. We intend to hunt this. I don't want to use other words, but we have to do this. We have an obligation towards the country, towards this new generation, that such people do not strip Mauritius of all the money that people have.
Next supplementary.
Can we go further and try to make an inquiry about the asset of that person, how much he has acquired over the last 10 years? Personal asset.
All this will be done by the investigation.
Yes, c'est normal.